What's going on, guys? This video is from WTF UK, so if you get a chance, please stop by their channel and show them some love as they make great content. So let's get to this video, shall we? Mojo.
We might be small, but we've got a lot to offer.
You got that right.
Welcome to Watchmojouk UK, and today we're counting down the top 10 strangest UK tourist attractions. For this list, we're ranking the most weird and wonderful tourist attractions across the UK. Have your bucket list ready, because you'll be wanting to add to it afterwards. Number 10, Stonehenge.
Oh, Stonehenge. Oh my God. I don't know much about it, but I'm reminded on these videos that it's actually in the UK. I'm not sure where it is, where it's located, but I know it's in the UK, obviously. What do you guys know about Stonehenge?
As arguably one of the UK's most famous and recognisable attractions, this gravity-defying structure has been a monumental mystery for a very long time. With each stone weighing 25 tons, there seems no logical way to stand them on
25 tons?
end or pile them on top of each other without the aid of modern machinery. But someone, somehow, between 2000 and 3000 BC, figured out how to do it. And the original monument was actually much larger than it is now. What we see today is just what's left of it. It's a truly baffling place.
How? Do any of you have any clue or guesses on how in the world they were able to move and manipulate, stack on one another stones that weigh 25 tons? How?
Number 9, Puzzle Wood. Part of the Forest of Dean, Puzzle Wood looks like something straight out of a fantasy film. In fact, it really is, thought to be one of J.R.R. Tolkien's main inspirations for Middle-earth. With its tall trees, sprawling branches and moss-covered rocks, it's hard to believe Puzzle Wood is real at all, let alone a completely naturally occurring space. In the past, it has even been home to some hidden treasure, with a hoard of Roman coins found stored in jars in a rock. The whole place is mysterious, magical, and, at times, appropriately puzzling.
And I'm sure one horrifying place to be at night.
Number 8, Port Merion. You'll find this colourful little village in North Wales.
Okay, wow. Take a second to admire that scene. Look at that, man. My God. United States just does not have stuff like that. We don't.
Designed with Mediterranean trends in mind, it looks like it's been lifted straight out of an exotic island, but dropped just a stone's throw from Snowdonia. Port Merion's one-of-a-kind look also means that this place has been used as a TV and film backdrop several times over, most notably in the 60s show The Prisoner. Given that the village boasts a castle that currently doubles up as a hotel too, it's a popular destination, so it pays to book ahead. Number 7, Public Toilet Bars.
What? Public toilet bars?
Usually common trend across London, more and more bar owners are choosing to build their boozers inside disused public toilets. It all sounds a little bit disgusting at first, but the punters aren't complaining, and these drinking holes offer a pleasant surprise. They're small, cozy, and pretty luxurious despite their location.
And smell like piss.
As for the beginnings of this peculiar trend, no one's quite sure. But the setup strangely works. These places are unique, they're making use of otherwise abandoned space, and there's beer and wine for everyone.
Okay.
Number 6, Abbey Pumping Station. Once used to take in all of Leicester's sewage and pump it elsewhere, today it operates as a museum of science and technology. The straightforwardly named Abbey Pumping Station even has leading exhibits linked to its own unique, if filthy, history. So if you're interested in learning more about toilets, gutters, and all things sewage, then this might be the place for you. That's not all you'll see though, with plenty to look at besides, including the original engines that ran the station, which is still intact to this day and restored to working order. Number 5, Diggerland.
Diggerland
UK is home to some amazing but
Okay, Diggerland. My 2-year-old son is probably Peppa Pig's biggest fan, and I have seen quite a few Peppa Pig episodes, and I do know that Mr. Bull loves to dig up the road. And there's also a theme park that is featured in plenty of Peppa Pig episodes that is called Diggerland. So I'm wondering if this has anything to do with Peppa.
Pretty absurd theme parks. Not
It's
many
the same
beat this for weirdness though. With 4 locations across the country, isn't it time you paid a visit to Diggerland? And yes, it is exactly what it sounds like. A glorious land of diggers with themed rides, working diggers that you can actually control, and plenty of other JCB themed activities. According to its patrons, there aren't many things more satisfying than scooping up rubble from one place and dumping it somewhere else. Number 4.
When watching Peppa Pig and seeing Diggerland, I had no clue that that was an actual theme park. That's crazy. Quay House.
And then scooping up rubble from one place and dumping it somewhere else. Number 4. Key House. This tiny
Key House? That says Quay. Come on now, for real. Straight up, guys. That says Quay. Key House. Quay. Alright. Key House.
home in Wales is a real-life record holder as the smallest house in Great Britain. With a grand total of 6 foot by 10 foot in floor space, it's almost impossible to actually live in, but it's a favourite stop-off for anyone passing through. Spare a thought for the last tenant though, who lived there in the year 1900 but was 6 foot 3 inches tall.
Wait a minute, what did they say it was for? Like, what was it used for?
Grand total of 6 foot by 10 foot in holder. 4. Key House.
Key House.
This tiny home in Wales is a real-life record holder as the smallest house in Great Britain.
Oh, it's
With
a
a grand
holder.
total of 6 foot by 10 foot in floor space, it's almost impossible to actually live in, but it's a favourite stop-off for anyone passing through. Spare a thought for the last tenant though, who lived there in the year 1900 but was 6 foot 3 inches tall. The house has since been unlived in for more than a century, standing as a tourist attraction only. Cheap to
Why was it built? Like, what?
enter, quick to look around, and adorably small. What not to love? Number 3. Maze How. On approach, this Scottish attraction doesn't look like much, seeming quite a standard hill. But it's what's hidden underground that makes Maze How interesting. Beneath the surface, it's a Neolithic place of rest dating back more than 5,000 years. A series of complex passages, chambers, and quite baffling architecture, like Stonehenge, the strangeness here lies in how it was even built in the first place, all those years ago. And it isn't even the only tomb of its kind. There are several like it across the Orkney archipelago, although Maze How is the biggest and most impressive. Number 2. Fingal's Cave.
Oh, check that out, man. Fingal's Cave. Okay, like, I have seen a bunch of pictures and videos of, like, the mountainsides, like, on coasts, and it's like, it looks like somebody took a butcher's knife and just chopped off, like, the edge of the mountain. How in the world was... How does it? They have like 90-degree angles. Like, how was that formed? Like, it's like straight up. I don't know. I'm just I love seeing those, but this is an actual cave.
Another naturally formed attraction, and another that defies all expectation. Fingal's Cave boasts a near-perfect hexagonal pattern built into various structures that seem as though they must surely have been hand-carved. But in truth, the entire place was formed by lava. First discovered in 1772, it also holds a mythical link to the Giant's Causeway in Northern Ireland, as there's a legend that the two were once connected by a bridge. The similarities between both places have since been put down to them having formed from the same ancient lava flow. Number 1. No Man's Land Fort. They finished building this place way back in 1880, when it had been originally designed for national security as a means of preventing a feared invasion from France. But today, this fort off the coast of Portsmouth is a luxury hotel. It can only be reached by boat, and only at certain times depending on the tide, but once you're checked in, it's got everything you'd need. Each room has a sea view, naturally, there's a first-rate restaurant, and plenty of space to relax and unwind. Do you agree with that?
Oh my god, that place was... I wonder how much it costs per night. Good God, more than I'll ever see. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching. Y'all let me know what you thought about these UK attractions. Has anybody ever been to these? And also, the biggest question I want to know is what you guys think about Stonehenge. How do you think they were able to move around those heavy stones back then. What I think it said like 3000 BC or something. I had to say this every video for any new viewers, just so they know. If you want to check out more reactions such as the in-betweeners, check out the Patreon page. And I'd like to give a very special shout out and thank you to the current patrons. Just want to say thank you. I'll see you guys next time. I'm out.